This wood handle screwdriver might make a nice project. It's got a number 2 Phillips tip. See if I can focus that. It's got the patent on it for the Phillips tips. That makes it relatively old. The handle's in okay shape. All the flutes are still deep. That would clean up really nice. I started out by scraping the gunk out of the recesses. I cleaned up the 4 wings with a diamond file. I was careful to maintain the original angle. I gave my plastic abrasive wheels a try. I worked through all the grits down to 1000. I think they did a nice job on the tip. At this point, I tested the screwdriver tip in several screws to make sure I hadn't altered its gripping ability. My wire brush, modified with heat shrink tube, did a nice job cleaning out the stamped marking on the shaft. I noticed that the ferrule was a little loose, so I supported it on some washers in my vise and gave it a few whacks. My Red Label conditioning belts did a nice job on the shaft. I used the plastic abrasive wheels to get the hard-to-reach section of the shaft where it went into the ferrule. I chucked up the shaft in my drill press to sand and polish the ferrule. I went through all of the grits in my box, plus 2 grades of Scotch-Brite. I gave the wood handle a bath in soapy water. It still had some stains, so I tried oxalic acid. I mixed 1 part acid to 6 parts hot water. I applied it with a toothbrush, let it dry, and gave it a second application. Here's the handle after neutralizing with baking soda and rinsing in water. I was disappointed that a lot of the staining still remained. Here's the handle sanded down to 320 grit. The stains in the wood were still pretty bad. Okay, here's what the wood handle Phillips screwdriver looked like when I pulled it out of Road King's goodie box. And here it is now. I bet regular viewers weren't surprised at my choice of finish for the handle. Bombay mahogany is getting to be my favorite color. And of course, Chuck and I polished the metal with flits. What we call the Phillips screw and screwdriver has its roots in 1933 patents awarded to a Mr. John P. Thompson of Portland, Oregon. Although the patents were awarded to Mr. Thompson, the rights to the invention were assigned to a Mr. Henry F. Phillips. Phillips went on to patent improvements to Thompson's design and eventually convinced the American Screw Company to license and manufacture his screws. General Motors tested the new Phillips screws and first used them on the 1936 Cadillac. By 1940, 85% of U.S. screw manufacturers had a license to make Phillips head screws. My screwdriver has a later 1950 patent awarded to the American Screw Company. This was apparently an improvement to the design to allow for more torque and less cam out. Wood handle screwdrivers are fun to clean up. I don't often find them with a Phillips tip. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Check out this interesting video on the history of the screwdriver and the development of the Robertson and Phillips designs.